Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's interleague baseball next on MLB Network. Matt Garza gets the start for Milwaukee in this one. What do you have for us on him, H?
Well, he's having an exceptional season. He's able to put together a solid year, an ERA in the low twos. He's been around the plate. He's pitching deep in games. So I expect to see another dominating performance from him with his team in the game, and him maybe walking out of here with another W.
Leading off the afternoon.
Coming to the plate now, Kevin Pillar. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. And we are underway from Milwaukee as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one. Harold Reynolds, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped two straight.
Well, Matt, I mean, the simple way to put it, they lost their last game. This is where baseball comes the best.
Meanwhile here, this is going to be trouble out there in left center, as it ought to be good for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Wow, that's the way to kick off a day at the ballpark right there. Leadoff hitter, and he puts the pitcher on his heels right out of the gate with a leadoff double. It's hard to get settled into a game as a pitcher when you're dealing with the runner in scoring position one batter into the game.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Looking to get something to the right side with that leadoff man at second to start the ball game. From the belt, the pitch, and he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Boy, this is one of those tricky spots for a pitcher, right? You have an open base, but you have a guy on deck that can do a lot of damage. Not a good spot to be in if you're a pitcher right now.
From the stretch, and he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1.
I'm pretty surprised by the location on those last three pitches. The book on him is that he hits the away pitch pretty well, and he just...
So does he go back out there again?
No, Matt, I expect him to mix it up. Most catchers won't call for the same location over and over and over.
And that slider must have been low. It's ball three. From the stretch. Squared that one up just a little late.
Ooh, that was a good pitch to hit. He wants that one back. He was just a little bit late on it.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Santana has a beat on it. He makes the catch, and tagging is the runner from second. Throw won't get him. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting nine for this one. What do they need to do to get a win on the road here today, Harold?
I tell you, I thought long and hard about what the key was for them, and it comes down to one word: discipline. If they're disciplined at the plate, if they don't run into outs, and if they throw to the right bases, they got a chance.
Here comes the right fielder, Jose Bautista. The average for him entering play, not far north of 200. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Right field line, but it's going to get out of play for strike one.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
And a base hit as the run will score from third, and the Blue Jays have grabbed a 1-0 lead.
Well, nice job right there. He comes through with the RBI base hit, and now his side has the lead.
First baseman, Justin Smoke.
Digging in the switch hitter, Justin Smoke. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch on its way. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Oliver Drake comes in unexpectedly from the pen in relief of his injured teammate.
Oliver Drake.
The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 home now to Smoke. And a bouncing ball, foul. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And a splitter swung on and missed that time, and that'll be out number 2.
Batting fifth, third baseman Russell
Martin now. He enters this one sitting right on the Mendoza line at an even 200. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Well, Matt, Rusty Valentine. Don't you love that name, by the way? Hey, look, he likes to call tall zone. He's going to go up high, and he's going to call on the knees. On the corners, he's a little tighter. But if you go up and down, you're going to get a call from Rusty.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between first and second.
And he takes a pitch right down the middle.
Well, what's he looking for? 2-0 fastball right down the middle, and he took it? I don't know what he's thinking about. Maybe he thought he was going to throw him a breaking ball, but I think you got to sit fastball there.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Chopper, foul. Working for the punch out and the offering. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt, but he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
He's set, and the payoff pitch. Hit to short. Sogard is there. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. On now to the bottom of inning number 1. The Jays lead it 1-0. Marcus Stroman, a right-hander from the Empire State, gets the starting assignment here. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, if you look at his numbers, he's not going to blow you away. But he's an important guy to this team. He eats up innings. He continues to keep them in games. And if he gets a little luck along the way, he may walk away with more wins than losses.
Stepping in, Jonathan Villar. He is, of course, a guy to be wary of if he gets on base. His stolen base total leads the ball club. Now a bunt attempt here. Throw to first in time, and the bunt attempt is foiled. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Matt, I can't wait to see what Travis Shaw has in store. He's having a solid year. With runners in scoring position, he's hitting over 300. That's not outstanding or anything, but he's consistent, and that's what I love watching about this guy. His game is so consistent.
Ready now, number 7. He enters play hitting down in the 240s for the year. Into the windup and the pitch. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. And Harold, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they'll look to make it 3 straight here as they come in on the heels of 2 straight wins.
Well, Matt, I really like their pitching staff, but I think the key to this game is clearly falls on their shoulders. They throw off-speed pitches for strikes, and they mix their pitch as well. I think if they do that, they got a chance to win.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Here it comes on 1-1. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. Ready to deliver the 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Coghlan is under it. And he brings it in for the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting third, left fielder, Hernan Perez.
So digging in now, Hernan Perez, as we take a look at the splits between April and May. Stroman gets the sign. Here's the first pitch. A curveball that catches the inside corner.
That curveball just frozen. That's one of those big curveballs you're expecting to go start at you like this one did and break all the way down to the bottom of the plate. But this one didn't get that big break away, and it froze it.
And a bouncing ball, foul.
Boy, that fastball in right there really makes him conscious of the inside pitch and starts cheating. Now you're set up to throw something away if you elect to do that.
Ooh, he saws him off with that one. In a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Nothing doing here this half. 2nd inning straight ahead here at Miller Park. The Jays are out in front, 1-0. So coming to the plate, Chris Coghlan.
Leading off for the
He'll
Blue
lead
Jays,
things off here in this one-run contest.
7, Chris Coghlan.
And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Now the pitch. Grounded to the right. And that is through into right field for a single. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning.
When you're struggling, you'll look for anything. Been off to a little bit of a cold streak. He didn't hit it hard, but that's a big one to build on.
Into the box now, Ryan Goins. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He'll enter play with that batting average still shy of the 220 mark. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. From the stretch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Nobody out, runner on first. 3-0 now.
This inning hasn't started ideally for him on the mound, but here on 3-0, you have to have the mentality that you're only a strike and or a ground ball double play away from getting back on track.
Takes a high fastball for a strike.
Well, he made a nice adjustment. That was a nice pitch right there, 3-0. Now puts the count 3-1. That was the same pitch he threw 2-0 and missed on it and got the ball called.
Liner towards second. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
You knew with 3 balls on the batter and a runner on first base, he was going to challenge him with the fastball, and the hitter didn't miss it. Got the base hit, and now they're first and second.
Here's the catcher, Luke Maley. As he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1.
Matt, I just think he's pitching scared. Look, he's getting hit a little bit, and now he's falling behind another hitter. Challenge somebody.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a liner, but that's a foul ball. First and second here with nobody out. And he's keeping it down here, and that's a called strike 2. One and two, here it comes. Swing and a liner. Foul. Another 1-2 delivery. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a ball lifted in the air toward the line and right. Santana is over to his left as he snags this one for the first out of the inning. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one.
Time for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Brewers. And I'm looking at Travis Shaw. They got him playing third, but he can play the outfield as well. But the bat really got him to the big leagues. But I was so impressed when I saw him charge a bunt and make a throw on the run from the defensive side. Offense and defense. Really impressive young man.
Digging in, Marcus Stroman. He's got a chance to add to this early lead as he'll bat with a couple of guys in scoring position. First offering on its way. Tough one to lay off, called a strike.
Well, you got 2 runners on scoring position, 1 out. Good thing you got the pitcher at the plate. You got to attack him just like a normal hitter. You can't give in right now.
0-1, here's the pitch. Hit back up the middle. Sogard has it. Only play is going to be to first, so score it as an RBI ground out as the lead moves to 2-0 now.
That grounder was hard hit, and sometimes the runner at third will have to hold on a ball like that, but he was off on contact, and they opted to take the out at first instead.
Into the box, Kevin Pillar, as the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. And a splitter here, but he had a bit too much on it as this bounces up to the plate.
1 out away from stranding that runner on third, so the last thing you want to do is throw a wild pitch and let him score. Nice job there by the catcher to knock that one down.
A little bit outside. 2-1.
Seems to me like they're pitching him a little bit more cautiously after that double he had his first time up.
The set and the 2-1 pitch. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Well, this has been a good job to work the count from 0-1 to 3-1, and now he's really in the driver's seat to see a heater that he can do something with.
3-1, here it is. Grounded to short. Throw in time, and the side is retired. A run on 2 hits here for Toronto. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. It's the Blue Jays 2 and the Brewers nothing. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. First pitch coming. Here it is. A cold strike on the inside corner.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
The 0-1 delivery. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Time now for a look at the majestic defensive alignment for the Blue Jays. In this day and age with analytics and the shift applied all over the field, this team is old school. They may be a dinosaur. They don't shift as much as everybody else. They play that stationed standard baseball.
Stepping up to the plate, Domingo Santana. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Now here's the pitch. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1. The windup and the 0-1. Way out in front.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
Batting 6. Catcher.
Here's the catcher, Jet Bandy. He's currently hitting just under .310 on the season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And too high with the cut fastball. It's 1-0 now. Stroman's ready. Here it is on 1-0. A high fastball is in there. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And able to lay off the fastball away here. 2-1 now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but a foul ball. All even at 2-2. Here it is. And a fastball just a bit up. Eric Sogard would be next. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And that one's taken outside for a ball. He walked him. So no 1-2-3 inning here. They've got themselves a 2-out base runner.
Batting 7. The shortstop.
Here's Eric Sogard, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. He's set, and the pitch. And this is just off the outside corner for a ball. 1-0. Line drive to center field. And as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Milwaukee leaves 1. They're down 2-0. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network from the home of the Brewers, Miller Park. Rob Scahill is going to come on to pitch here, and in just the 3rd inning, you have to think he'll be asked to eat some innings.
Scahill.
Striding in once again, Devin Travis. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Second baseman, Devin Travis.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1. Here's the pitch. Up top, it's 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup, here's the 2-1 pitch. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. This is in the air to left. Perez on the move. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Digging in for his second at bat, Jose Bautista. He singled his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Justin Smoke.
Digging in, Justin Smoke. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike.
That's a nice pitch right there. He threw him a breaking ball, comes back with the fastball, and now he's late. Now he doesn't know how to adjust. He's kind of caught in between. You got him set up perfectly.
A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Broxton ranging back. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. A solo shot here off the bat of Justin Smoke. Number 10 for him on the year. And the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
That home run is definitely worth giving the show track treatment to. And as we look at it, not only an impressive distance shot, but the 110 miles an hour exit velocity is nothing to scoff at either. That's a big boy home run.
Now batting.
Stepping in now, Russell Martin.
Russell
He'll go
Martin.
after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Had nibbled the corner there, but missed. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike. Here it comes. High in the air out to center field.
Broxton's under it.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
Jays add 1 more on the solo home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Jays.
Digging in, Keon Broxton. And he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one.
Broxton.
Into the windup and the pitch. Not his best effort that time. It's strike 1.
You know, he's really pitching well in this game. All you got to do is look at the swings they're taking. He's got guys out in front. He's got them guessing. He's coming up with some ugly swings from the opponent. He's looking good.
Nope.
And that misses. 1-1.
1-1.
Ready with the 1-1 pitch. And this will be fouled away. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
Wow, this guy's mowing right through this lineup right now, but that's what happens when you don't get a chance to see a pitcher very often. That's one of the things that are helpful when you're pitching in interleague games. It's always a good advantage for the pitcher because the hitters don't get to see that guy very often.
Standing in now, Rob Scahill.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Oh and 1, here it comes. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now here's the pitch. Fought off at the plate as it's chopped foul.
Well, now it's a 1-2 count. He's throwing the same pitch 3 times in a row. He got ahead with it. Now let's see if he puts him away with it.
And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
Into the box now, Jonathan Villar. As he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. The 1-0 delivery. Now he starts to chase a pitch outside, and he can't pull the bat back in time. It's strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Now here's the pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Goins is there to make the catch, and the side is retired. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in to try it again, Chris Coghlan. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Chris Coghlan.
First pitch of the at-bat. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Over towards the dugout, but this one will get into the stands.
He's clearly looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing after seeing 2 fastballs now in a row.
Hard on the ground towards short. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Now batting, shortstop, Ryan Goins.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Ryan Goins. He reached on a single in his first try. Into the windup and the pitch. And that misses ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
Well, that'll wake everyone up. Anytime you buzz the tower like that, there's reason for people to start getting a little bit edgy.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. And he gets him to lift one high in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Sogard takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, catcher Luke Maile.
Here's the catcher, Luke Maile. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. First offering on its way. And this will find the seats behind the first base dugout. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A fastball down near the shoe tops. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Here's a fastball in on the fists, and that'll even things up at 2-2.
Kind of pitching him backwards in this, AB. Soft stuff early, then those last 2 were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
2-2 count. Here it comes. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Oh, and this kicks right off of him.
Well, that's a big hit right there. So often overlooked, but what it does, even if he doesn't get a hit here, the pitcher that is, now the pitcher's not leading off the next inning. You get the pitcher to the plate right now.
In now, Marcus Stroman, as he'll take a look at a high strike here on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Three runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
Back-to-back sliders away. Now I think you have to think about running something hard in. Not a good idea to throw a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row.
The 0-2 home. And he goes up the ladder on him, but he lays off 1-2.
I have no issue wasting a pitch on 0-2 to try to get a guy to go fishing, but it has to be somewhat tempting. You're not going to get anyone to swing at a bat at that pitch.
Frozen on the fastball. Never had a chance, and the inning is over. 1 left for Toronto, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Standing in, number 7. He's 0 for 1 thus
for the
far.
Brewers here in the 4th. First baseman, number 7.
First pitch on its way. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit high. Two 2-0 count, and the pitch. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
Well, they haven't had a lot of offense in this game. Right now, though, you got 3 balls here. Maybe this will be the leadoff walk that gets things going for him.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Stepping in now, Hernan Perez, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 1-0 delivery. That's inside. 2-0. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch. Too tight with that one. 3-0. Travis Shaw is on deck. Bases are empty, one man out. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. And he takes ball 4, so he's on, and as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Hey, they haven't been able to register a hit against this guy, but at least they have a base runner here. We'll see if that leads to something.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And a curveball that time that broke too low. '50th pitch of the game on its way. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Martin is there for it, and he makes the catch for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Domingo Santana.
Standing in, Domingo Santana. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1.
Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
And there he goes towards second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw not in time as he steals second. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. One and one, here it comes. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. 2 out here and a runner at second. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Stroman comes set. 2-2 on its way. And this is going to be fouled into the diamond level seats. Now another 2-2. Now a curveball ripped down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Perez is on his way home. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to narrow the gap to 3-1 now.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
Here's the catcher, Jet Bandy. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball one. The average has been good. 306 to start the day. 5 homers and 15 RBIs. One and 0 pitch on the way. In the dirt, and now let's see. Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
That can be a tough read as a runner on second to see if the ball has gotten away enough to move to third. You have to be sure you can make it. He was there, and now he's only 90 feet away.
He's set, and the 2-0 pitch. 3-0 now. Here it is on 3-0. Way in front of that fastball. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. And might have thought it was high, but it's a strike. 3-2 now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
And things are not looking good here in the 4th inning. That's the second walk of the frame. Good time for the catcher to go out to the mound and have a chat with this guy to give him a little breather.
Here's Eric Sogard. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here comes the first pitch. Hit out towards second. There is Travis. Throw on to Smoke at first, and the side is retired. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh my goodness. More baseball on MLB Network right after this.
Your attention, please.
So a new pitcher to tell you about, and it's the Dominican-born right-hander Neftali Feliz who gets the call. Digging in once again, Kevin Pillar. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5. Action now in the Milwaukee bullpen as they'll have a right-hander loosen up. Swing and a miss as he was way in front of that one.
Oh, that was a nice pitch. A changeup, first pitch. Hitter was aggressive, swung right through it. That's how you get that first pitch strike, by throwing a changeup if you have an aggressive hitter.
Comes set, and the 0-1. And it's grounded foul.
Back-to-back changeups, and he fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with a third one. I got to be thinking some other pitch is coming.
Here it comes on 0-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Hey, anytime a pitcher locates a fastball on the inside corner, it's going to be a tough pitch to hit. That one was spot on, and he had no answer for it.
And that'll bring up the speedy Devin Travis as he'll take a look at ball 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner. Here's Feliz on 1-1. Line toward the gap in left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Ready once again,
fielder,
Jose
number 19.
Bautista. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
Bautista.
And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. The set and the 1-1 pitch. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Three to 1 our score as we play inning number 5. Now a move over to first and the runner back. Bautista waits on the 2-1. A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Here's one that misses, and down to first goes Bautista. It's ball 4.
Up next for the Blue Jays, first baseman Justin.
Digging in and looking for more, Justin Smoke. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. First pitch on its way. Ooh, good changeup, just missed inside.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. Just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Two and 0 count. Here it comes. Too high, and it's 3-0.
He's gotten himself into a little bit of trouble out here. Middle of the order up in a run scoring situation, and now he might have to challenge him. Going to have to make some good pitches here.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on balls.
Well, it's obvious he wanted absolutely no part of the 3 or 4 hole hitters. But he's got to focus here because this guy in the 5 hole is just as dangerous.
Russell Martin now 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
Hey, 2 walks in this inning already, so he can't expect to stay out there much longer if he puts somebody else on. We'll see if he can find it.
Mm, 2-0.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0, and the base is loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Bases are loaded here. 1 man out. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored.
Man, he turned on that fastball right there, ripped the line drive, and scored the run easy.
Left fielder, Chris Coughlin.
Into the box, Chris Coughlin. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Another 2-2 offering. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now. 3-2.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
(3-2) with the bases loaded. Sent on the ground out to second. One there. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 4-6-3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. So striding in, Keon Broxton. He'll lead things off as we begin the home fifth.
Fielder, Keon Broxton.
Into the windup and the pitch. Looks at a sinker over the inside part of the plate.
Well, there's a first pitch strike. You know, only 50% of the pitches he's thrown first pitch this game have been for a strike. So I'm surprised that he's having as much success so far as he is.
And that's a called strike at the letters. Though that looked high from here, it's 0-2 now.
He's really put himself now in a position where he's got to battle. Took the first 2 strikes, didn't swing, and now you just grind out the AB.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
Well, we all know he can burn on the base pass, right? But that's a little tougher to do when you've got a nice goose egg on your leg. It's tough to do like that.
This is on the ground over to first. And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single.
Well, this is what you want from the guy hitting in front of the pitcher. You lead off the inning with the base hit. Now it sets up the inning. Do you bunt him over? Do you hit and run? Do you allow him to steal? A lot of things can happen now.
Ryan Braun will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 8, Ryan Braun.
Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. 5th inning here in a 4-1 ball game. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And that one stayed up a little high. The 2-1 on its way. Strike 2 at a pitch that catches the outside corner. Set to deal on 2-2. Breaking ball is swung on and bounced to short. There is Goins, and a rather easy first out.
Now batting, second baseman, Jonathan Villar.
Ready for another chance? Jonathan Villar. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. From the stretch. A knee-high sinker. Tough pitch. Strike 1. On its way is pitch number 75. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2.
He hasn't used that pitch much this game. That's one he's been working on the bullpen, and now he's brought it into the game. If he's able to incorporate that in his stuff, look out.
Here's the 0-2. Lifted down the line in right and back out of play. Count holds it 0-2. Now another 0-2. And he missed with it. It's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And here's a curveball that just about got away as it misses inside for a ball.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Here's a looping fly ball out to right. And that's going to fall for a base hit. And Bautista's throw will not get there in time. He's in there at third.
That ball's off the screen right here. That ball's not even in the zone. He had to be looking inside to hit that ball.
Standing in now, number 7. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will land foul. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. And that slider's almost in the dirt.
Couldn't be a whole lot better situation to hit in now. 3-1, 2 on. He's got to be thinking he's going to get a pitch he can drive right here.
Set. Here's the 3-1. A wave and a miss, a tick behind a good fastball.
He swung so hard, I don't know how he stayed on his feet or kept his helmet on. I'm surprised he didn't fall down. He swung so hard. What a big swing.
Full count. Here it comes. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. This is line to left, and a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Now that's some old school hitting right there. He stayed with it and shot it right between the third baseman and the shortstop. The old 5.5 hole.
In now, Hernan Perez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. It was a walk in his last trip. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. He'll go to the bag for one. Throw across to first. Won't be in time, so he's aboard on the fielder's choice. So instead of trying to force the ball around the horn, he takes the sure out himself by stepping on the bag at third. Coming to the plate now, Travis Shaw. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and two gone here in the fifth. Stroman comes set. Here's the first pitch. And he takes ball one. Two down, runners at first and second. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
Maybe a bit of an overthrow there, guys. May have let that front side open up a little early to try to hump up on a fastball and sailed on it.
Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Chopped at the plate. But it's foul, strike one. Three and one.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here as a pitcher. You have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. He's set. Here's the 3-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning. So a 3-run shot to left center, number 10 for him on the year. As they will take the lead here, it's now a 5-4 ball game.
It looked like he might just work out of that inning only giving up a single run, but it all comes crashing down on that mistake. Nothing like a 3-run bomb to change the entire complexion of your day on the mound.
Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. Stepping in now, Domingo Santana. A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. So a ground ball single up the center of the diamond makes it 2 hits for him on the afternoon. And as we put up our team leaderboard graphic, you can see there his total currently 3rd best on this Brewers ball club. Stepping into the box, Jet Bandy. Couple of walks for him thus far. And a ball, 1-0. The 1-0 delivery. That misses. 2-0. And here in just the 5th inning, this will be pitch number 100 here.
Well, that tells me we're going to have a bullpen game. You know, I'm looking at maybe tops 115, 120. That's a lot in one game, so we're going to be in the pen pretty soon.
Hit hard on the ground is short. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But 4 runs score in the inning, 3 coming right here on the 3-run home run. We're through 5 here this afternoon. Milwaukee's out in front now, 5-4. Jared Hughes takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 48, Jared Hughes.
Standing in, Ryan Goins. He'll do battle with a new arm out there in their half of the 6th.
Goins.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Check to swing there and pops this one up. There to take it is VR, and that's the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Luke Maile.
Digging in and looking for more, Luke Maile, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. 1 out, nobody on. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1.
Nope.
A fastball that just misses inside. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Chopped in front of home plate. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, pitcher, Marcus Stroman.
Kendrys Morales will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Morales.
Low with a fastball here in the dirt even. It's ball 1. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 8 home runs, 26 RBIs. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a line drive, but foul.
Oh, he's clearly hitting off the fastball right there. You don't hit one that hard if you're not looking for it.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
I love how aggressive he is. He's just attacking the zone with the fastball. Here it is. Now he's at 1-2 count, and really he can go anywhere he wants now.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1-2. The count's now at 2-2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And this pitch is taken high and away to fill the count. It's 3-2.
Well, the 1-2 pitch didn't go his way, and now a miss there on 2-2. You know he doesn't want this at bat to get away from him, so I think we're going to see a challenge pitch on a full count.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. Lifted in the air to straightaway left. Perez moves over. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. And the deficit holds at 5-4. Ken Giles is out from the bullpen now as he'll make his first appearance here on the season.
Ken Giles.
Ready for another shot now. Eric Sogard, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon.
Eric Sogard.
Ball hit high and foul down the left field line. It's strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground.
Well, that's back-to-back breaking balls. He's able to foul that one off. Will they come back with a third?
Here's a ground ball heading for Smoke over at first base. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
Hey, not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. A hit in 2 tries so far. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball 1.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Here's the 1-0. On the ground to the left side. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, pitcher, Jared Hughes.
Jesus Aguilar will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 24, Jesus Aguilar.
Look out, and that'll give him a close shave. He'll start this one at 274. 2 home runs. Here comes the 1-0. And a fastball just a bit up. Giles is ready. Here he comes on 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0. And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
Well, they were obviously pitching around him there, and I don't blame them. With the bases empty and 2 outs and a hitter of this caliber at the plate, make somebody else beat you.
Ready once again, Jonathan Villar. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Up the middle and off his leg.
Well, that's playing within his game right there. The speedster gets a little infield single, and now he's on to do damage.
Ready for another chance. Number 7. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Looking to keep this a 1-run game. The pitch. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
Oh, that was a good-looking slider to hit. He kind of hung him one. When you got a slider right there and it's spinning towards you, that's the one you annihilate.
2 men are on with 2 men out. Oh, and you talked to the Dow. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now.
He certainly hasn't been the aggressor in this at bat. 2 straight takes, so now we'll see if he can change his approach and battle up.
0-2 count and the pitch. And there's one well above the zone for a ball.
This is a big spot right here. 2 runners on. You got an 0-2 count. You waste one. Now you make it work. Throw one in the dirt. Throw one high. Make him chase it, and you got a chance to strand those runners on base.
1-2. Here it comes. Grounded, foul. Two down, runners at first and second. Now another pitch is hit foul and headed for the seats, so the count will stay put at 1-2.
Oh, he might have got away with one. 2-strike breaking ball that ended up being in the zone. I think he probably wanted that out of the zone, but fortunately he just fouled it off.
Now another 1-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Bautista has a read on it. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. Brewers strand a couple. They lead it 5-4. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. We're on to the 7th now with the Brewers out on top. If you're joining us late, good time to get caught up, as there's our game summary to this point. Jacob Barnes is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 50, Jacob Barnes.
Digging in to try it again, Kevin Pillar. He'll lead it off here as we begin inning number 7.
Kevin Pillar.
Out of play. And he takes this one high, 1-1. One and two as he chases the slider.
I got to count 1-2.
Ready to deliver the 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The payoff pitch one more time. Hit out towards second. VR is right there. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
The batter, second baseman, Devin Travis.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Devin Travis. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring. Into the windup and the pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And this is called a foul ball. Maybe by a matter of inches that time. And now we're going to get a stoppage here as the 4 umpires will gather together near third base to discuss whether or not that was really a foul ball. And remember now, if there's any uncertainty, the umpires can go inside to get a look at the video feed from headquarters in New York. And I believe that's exactly what they're going to do. We'll give you a look at this from our own cameras and let you make the call for yourself. Okay, the umpires have emerged from the dugout with the ruling. And it is going to remain a foul ball. So they had it right the first time. But if there's any doubt, go inside and get this thing right. And he lays off for ball 1.
Ball, 1 strike.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. Shaw fields it cleanly. On to first, and there were 2 down.
The right fielder, number 19, Jose Bautista.
Digging in once again, Jose Bautista. He enters this at bat 1 for 2 with a walk. First pitch of the at bat on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Now it's 2-0.
Boy, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, you have to make sure it's up above the zone like that. He can't do a whole lot with that, but if it were a little lower, he can and will make you pay big time.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Well, of all the guys in this lineup, he's definitely the guy I'd be cautious with, especially with a 1-run lead. No surprise that he's treading lightly right here.
On the ground and right at the shifted infielders. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. Still down a run. It's 5-4. Stepping into the box, Hernan Perez. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7.
Hernan Perez.
First offering on its way. Ball 1. Fouled back. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And the slider stayed low apparently for a ball. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. He takes the turn and heads for second. And the Brewers get a man into scoring position on the leadoff double.
Yeah, he's going to have to start making some good pitches to get out of this thing. Job number 1 is to get the next guy, and ideally you keep him from advancing the runner to third with less than 2 outs.
Travis Shaw will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
You love this situation right here, Matt. Runner on second, no outs. You either get him over or you get him in. Worst case, get him over and the next guy drives him in.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0. From the belt, the pitch. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. And he lays off again, ball 3. A runner at second, nobody out. And, oh, he thought he'd work the walk, but it's a called strike 2 now. Looking for the K. Here's the pitch. And he struck him out.
This pitching staff has done a really good job against this guy in this series. This is a really good hitter, and it's not easy to make a guy strike out 5 times in a series up to this point, but that's what they've done to this guy so far.
Now a pickoff play at second. Don't want to forget about him. Now a spin and another throw back to second, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Into the box now, Domingo Santana. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 1-0. Fastball stays way up that time for ball two. Runner at second here with one man out. Look out. All over the place now. 3-0. Three and 0 pitch on its way. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. He's set. Here's the 3-1. Looking at a fastball for a strike on the corner. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing and a miss, and they come back from a 3-0 count to sit him down on strikes, and there are two gone.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
Here's the catcher, Jet Bandy. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. On the move is Batista. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Brewers strand one. They hold on to a 5-4 lead. Justin Smoke will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, let's flash you back to the third inning. This was just a solo shot, but it definitely helped get this offense going. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right on the corner, a fastball that he takes for a strike. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
There's that tight slider right there. Just missed getting under the hands. That's a good pitch. I like that pitch. But if you don't get it where you want it, it could be a dangerous pitch to throw.
And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. A swing and a miss there. 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first. Scooped up, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting.
Eighth inning from Milwaukee with the Brewers out on top in this one, as you get a look there at the line score and how we got to this point. So striding forward now, Russell Martin. He came through with an RBI single in his last at bat. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a fastball missing down and away for a ball. 1-0. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball.
Man, he's got a good fastball. He showed it off right there. He blew it right by him.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Just a touch inside. Perhaps it's 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. A fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. Two are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box, Chris Coughlin. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Both teams with 8 hits in this one. A changeup over the inside corner.
Not too often you see a changeup come across at 88 miles an hour on the gun. Still effective when you're throwing a fastball in the high 90s, though.
And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. This is back toward the mound. Oh, and he just throws the glove up there and snares it for out number 3. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. Milwaukee leads it 5-4. Joe Smith will come on in relief here and appear in game number 25 on the year so far.
Smith.
Striding in once again, Eric Sogard. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th.
Sogard.
First pitch is a slider called for a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 delivery. And he can't get out of the way of that one. So the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose.
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. And he misses. 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Slider misses, and he's in danger of losing him here. 3-1.
He's got to get his head together. Step off, refocus. Look, hit a batter. And now it looks like he might walk this guy to start the inning. Not a good way to start the inning.
And a 2-2 sinker falls in there. 3-2 now. Here's a look over to first, and he's back standing. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
Boy, that's really disappointing for a guy that has wheels, right? All he wants to do is get on base and take advantage of the strength of his game, which is his speed. But with the strikeout right there, you can't get on first base if you strike out.
Orlando Arcia will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 3, Orlando Arcia.
Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1. The batting average down in the low 210s. 4 home runs, 18 driven in. One 0 count. Here it is. Ball 2 now.
Well, back-to-back sliders, and he missed on them both. So now you got to really think he's probably coming with a fastball, right? Challenge somebody, meet.
Runners on first with 1 down. Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Looks at a sinker on the outside corner. From the stretch. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Runner at first here, 1 man out. On the ground up the middle. Travis has it. There's one. Back to first, but he heard the footsteps that time, and the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag.
Well, he showed right there why he's such a tough guy to double up. He can fly, and he busted it down the line, so they just get the 1 out.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. Couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1. Has a look, now the pitch. Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. 0-2 now. Has a look, now the pitch. Drilled right back up the middle. Goins has got it, and 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. Milwaukee leaves 1. They lead it 5-4. Corey Knebel comes on from the pen, hoping to finish this one off here in the top of the 9th.
Corey Knebel.
Now in the box, Ryan Goins. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Ryan Goins.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
Well, he's got himself in a good count right now. Down 1. He's probably looking for something to drive out of the ballpark, maybe tie this game up.
The 2-0 on the way. I'm no pitching coach, but it doesn't look like he's finishing his pitches here. That misses high, ball 3.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
And he gets this fastball over, back to 3-1 now. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And the third baseman will have a look at it, but this is back into the seats. Another payoff pitch. Another one sent foul. Locked in a good battle. Here comes another one. But that finds the first baseman's glove, and that's a tough first out.
Now batting, catcher, Luke Maile.
Now at the plate, Luke Maile. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. Bases are empty, one man out. A swing and a miss at a ball down. And this is sliced foul into the stands in right, out of play. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Knuckle curve, and he can't ring him up as it goes to 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1-2. You start it in the zone and let it break out of the zone where it can't be punished. Didn't get him to go after it, but the execution was nice.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Swung on in the dirt for the third strike. Bandy recovers, and he makes the throw to first. Maile is retired, 2 down now.
You know, professional catchers make those plays look easy most of the time, but that was a big play that shouldn't go unnoticed. Had he found a way on, he would have represented a tying run, so that was a nice job there to make sure that strikeout didn't get wasted.
Ezekiel Carrera will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 3, Ezekiel Carrera.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. The average for him at 267 on the year. 3 homers and a dozen RBIs. The 0-1 pitch.
Nope.
1 strike pitch is a fastball high, and that evens things at 1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball just a bit high. Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder. Now a crowd of 31,000 plus come to their feet. And this is a strike 3 called, and a bit of a questionable ending there as the ball game is over.
It's always nice to give your fans at home something to cheer about, and they definitely did that right here, coming through with a big win at home.
A 1-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. Neftali Feliz gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Corey Knebel wraps it up for the save, his 3rd of the campaign. So that's a wrap for this afternoon. For Harold, Dan, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Brewers: 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. For the Blue Jays, 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 6 men on base. The winning pitcher is Neftali Feliz. His record is now 2-4. The save to Neftali Feliz. The loss goes to Marcus Stroman. just his 4th loss of the season. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 14 minutes. A reminder that extra post-game MCTS bus service is available on Route 90, running downtown along Wisconsin Avenue, as well as trolley service on the Lake Route, also along Wisconsin Avenue.